Hey peeps, it is Dominique and it is that time again. Y'all know it is Party Time with Dom on RadioKair, and I am here in the building talking about all the things Party Time with Dom. You guys already know that's what I like to do. Again, my name is Dominique, owner of In-House Chefs as well as founder of The Phoenix Journey. And what I love about what I do and what I don't do, for those that are just tuning in for the first time, is that I don't cook anything. I run a catering business and I don't do anything, which is fun because I'm a taste tester and I make sure that the party gets started. And that's the reason why they deemed me as the best candidate to represent RadioKair having Party Time with Dom. And that's what we do. So what I do every week is I interview and talk to people who I like to call party starters. Those are individuals that are in the HKA area that have events going on, whether it's food, fashion, events, fun time with kids, anything like that. If it's happening or doing great things in our community, I want to talk to them. And that's why they love coming on to the Party Time with Dom. Now, I do have a very special guest I recently met, and you guys are going to may know this individual. You never know. His name is Frank McCrady. He is President CEO of East Montgomery County Improvement District. We are going to be talking to him and picking his brain because he is part of the party starting core group, y'all. And I just love all the things that they put on. It's going to be amazing. I know that he's coming in very soon, so you guys do not want to miss this opportunity to get to hear from him. So I want you guys to make sure you guys are liking, sharing, subscribing. Show this to somebody else so they have a good time, so they know what's going on and they can keep their ears to what is going on in our community. So I'm very excited about this today. I will say this, I'm hoping we won't be bothered by Mr. Bob. Because, you know, Mr. Bob and Mr. Smiley, they all like to hang out with us, but they can't always hang out with none other Party Time with Dom. That's me. So I'm very excited about this. You guys stay tuned and we'll be right back. All right, gang, I am back. It's Party Time with Dom. You guys are in for a treat. I've got Mr. Frank McCrady. How are you?
I'm great. How are you doing?
I'm so excited. I'm good. I'm really good. I'm excited to have you here. It is getting close to the holiday time. I dressed a little festive today.
Very nice. Much more than me. Very good.
Yes, you're so official. So on this show, we like to cut up and have a good time. Okay?
It's okay.
So I need you to get, cut up and have a good time with me so I'm not by myself.
We can do it.
It's going to be a time today. So now, you are the president CEO of East Montgomery County Improvement District.
Correct.
Sounds so like that's so serious.
It could be serious.
It is very serious.
It could be if you want it to be.
Yes, and you're doing a lot of great things. I know, and we really want to talk about a lot of those things. But I want to know, and I want our audience to get to know who you are. Who's Frank? Who is he? What do we not know about you, or what we should know about you?
I mean, once again, I'm a family person. I have three kids that grew up in the area. All went to public school in New Caney. Yeah. And we call New Caney home. And again, we want to see things improve in that area. And, fortunately, that's part of the job, is to bring better things and better community events and better festivals and more of a community environment to our area. So those things are important in the way that we develop our area. And being a parent is certainly something that's brought to light a lot of things that we need to improve in our community. And being part of this area has been great. I grew up all over the country, but we call this our home. We've been here for 20 years. 20 years. And again, we've seen a lot of things change, and we want to continue to bring great things that our community wants.
Right. No, and I love that. I think that's amazing. By the way, I have the pleasure of knowing your wife, and she is a peach. I'm telling you.
Thank you.
She's amazing. She really is. So you picked you a good one.
Very good. Thank you.
So, but nonetheless, I love knowing you get to know about you. I know a little bit of your family. So now it's more of what is it like? I mean, you're president CEO of you make things happen there. You are part of a great solution of what needs to be improved in that area. What can you tell us that y'all's mission for the East Montgomery County Improvement District is?
Well, I think first and foremost is just to improve the quality of life in our community.
Yeah.
We do that in numerous ways. Our money comes from sales tax. So when you go to Walmart or you go and you shop somewhere, a portion of your sales tax comes to the improvement district. And each year our board will get together and we budget in three main areas. One is economic development, one is community development, and the other is education.
Right.
So to talk about the first one, education first, for every kid that graduates, and our boundary, we cover 158 square miles. Right. And to understand the area that we cover is if you take New Caney and Splendora school districts and you put them together, then you're about 98% correct of our boundaries. So if you just think of those two school districts, that's our area.
Right.
And every kid that graduates from those high schools, as well as anyone that might be homeschooled or anyone that wants to go to a trade school, we provide $1,600 for them. You don't have to compete for it. Wow. You don't have to apply for it. If you go right down the street here to Lone Star College, you can enroll and they will just invoice us and we'll pay that tuition for you. So you have $1,600 available for every kid that graduates in our community. So education is really important to our board.
Heck yeah.
And the way that we do things, that is how your community grows, by educational opportunities and learning new things. And whether it's trade skills or whether it's college credits, that money can be used for any of those programs. So it's very important to our board.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh my, those are great things that I'm just learning all the time.
Yeah.
That's freaking fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just being honest. I've really started to look out in those homes now. Watch out now. So, but I've been thinking about it. Me and my husband, we've really have learned to love that area and started to do a lot of our shopping and doing different things out there. So that's just a huge good reason to continue to support.
Of course.
In that area. So that's freaking fantastic.
So education is one of our areas. The second is community development. So we fund a lot of the nonprofits in our community. And annually we'll have community organizations, nonprofits that will come in and apply. And then we fund those twice a year. So we have grants that go out to the local nonprofits to help with their needs.
Right.
We have community projects that we fund, maybe jointly with the commissioner's office.
Okay.
We're getting ready to repair the splash pad. It should be open for use again at Bull Salas Park.
Splash pad, that just equals fun for me.
That's it.
I mean, I just want you to know this is Party Time with Dom. So all of a sudden, I'm over here thinking about all the parties.
You get that in your mind, and you get ready springtime.
Yes.
We'll be ready to keep you cool. So,
keep it going.
So community development is important aspect of what we do as well, with funding local nonprofits, local needs. We're also in the process of assembling land to put in a park. And again, in the future, we'll have our own park in our community. And so we're in the process of purchasing additional land to expand the scope of what our park can be in the future. And we have a master planner that's currently engaged, and he'll come back and say, here's how we envision putting these tracts of land together, and here's how we envision what should be in the park. We've talked about a dog park. We talk about hike and bike trails. We talk about bike trails.
My God.
So a lot of things that we're going to be including in our community. And again, that's our community asset. We're going to take care of and make sure it provides great opportunities for our residents that live there. So those things are important as well.
No, that's amazing too. So it's you are, like I said, and I said this earlier, y'all. I said he was a party starter. He's one of those that creates opportunities for everyone to have a good time and do it well, safely, with kids in mind. Young parents, older parents in mind, as well as the dogs. The dogs, y'all. The dogs. They need...
That's it.
So it's one of those things where I think that's amazing, and the fact that you're doing so much even for nonprofits. Me as somebody who owns and runs a nonprofit myself, that's great to hear that you have a community that backs those nonprofits, because they need to be able to continue to do what they do, doing good things for.
Absolutely.
Again, it's something that cycles. It's a cycle and continues to give back. So that's huge.
Yeah.
I love that. Okay, so right now we're getting ready to go ahead and we're going to take a commercial break real quick, and we're going to be right back. So you guys take it, keep it locked right here. Please make sure that you are liked, subscribed, share this video, comment below different things that you'd want to hear and talk about. So thank y'all so much, and we'll be right back. Hey gang, it is Dominique with Party Time with Dom. We are back. Hey y'all, I've been hanging out with Frank McCready and we've been having a great time. He is the president and CEO of East Montgomery County Improvement District. And he's been telling us a lot about not just him, but also talking about what MSET does for the community. And I think that that's amazing what you've been doing and what they're all about, you know, things for the community. They're building things for the community. And so we talked a little bit about those things. I want you to talk about a couple of the other things too, about the economic development. Go ahead.
Sure. And, you know, again, we talked about some of our educational efforts and then our community development. The third area that our board will fund every year is economic development. Mm-hmm. So with that includes businesses that are moving here, whether it's industrial or whether it's commercial or even retail. So a lot of the folks are aware that, you know, Saltgrass just opened up in Valley Ranch. Target just opened.
I get so excited every time I hear about that.
You need to calm down. You need to calm it down. Okay. So we're going to bring you some more stuff. So just get ready. So once again, we have many more things that we're going to announce in the next few months. So Valley Ranch is really the hub of opportunity there that provides shopping and other things that our community is looking for. They're looking for better dining. They're looking for better shopping. Yes. So again, our recruiting efforts helps develop Valley Ranch and our other commercial nodes in the district to bring in other shopping and dining opportunities. So that's another part of what we do is with economic development. Those things are critically important, and for our board to understand the wants and needs of our community is important, and we try to meet those needs. Yeah. So we have some other projects coming relating to economic development for retail. But then also on the industrial side, we do a lot of industrial recruiting for folks that are looking for job opportunities. Yeah. So when those companies come here, they'll create job opportunities. And also with that is part of the ad valorem value. So we just had a company from Korea that is under construction in the Splendora School District. It's about a $200 million project. We just closed last week with a $400 million project from Mexico that's going to be a toilet paper manufacturing business, and they'll create a couple hundred jobs in their project. Right. So those type of things are good investments in our community, providing job opportunities. And then also it provides a taxable base for the taxing entities, whether it's the county, the constable's office, whether it's the Lone Star College School District, or whether it's New Caney ISD or Splendora ISD. Those ad valorem values are important to the school districts because it generates tax revenue for those school districts. Yeah. So it's really a kind of a two-pronged approach as far as ad valorem value, and then second for the jobs to be created. So those things are really important. Other new things opening up soon. We have a Salada. If you're not, you know, the carnivore like most of us Texans are, I know you watch your waistline, so you're going to be at Salada.
I do.
So we got Salada coming soon. So
good. Okay, so I do have a question because I'm trying to get all the tea. Okay.
I understand.
Okay. So, what is your favorite, one of the businesses that's coming? Like, what is one of your favorites that you're just really excited about, maybe? Or just you're like, man, I'm excited for this to come.
Well, I think it's not that a business that would, it's not that a business would come. A lot of those agreements we have non-disclosure agreements. We can't talk about them yet.
You can't talk about the ones that, but
there's
the
really
ones that have came.
It's really interesting. One of the largest energy drink providers in Mexico. Yeah. Is made in New Caney, Texas. It's called Patria. So it's one of the largest energy drinks in Mexico, and it's bottled in New Caney, Texas. So things like that folks are not aware of.
That's fun.
We had a key, it's called, company's called Key Still. Yeah. And, they moved here and expanded and grow, and they continue to add jobs and facilities, and they actually manufacture 18% of all the wire mesh that is in the United States. 18% of it is made in New Caney, Texas, in the entire country. So things like that folks are not aware of. That's really cool. But it's kind of cool to understand the impact that we can have. Yeah. And we got a very available, ready, willing workforce. So when companies come here, we have employees that are, looking for opportunities, and these companies are providing those opportunities for job creation. Yeah. And it's very exciting for our community to be able to work where you live, as opposed to driving to the port every day. And I'm a welder. And you know what? If you work at our industrial park and you live in an area, all of a sudden you're able to do the homework with your kids, and you can put them in the tub. You can maybe attend their sporting events in the evenings, and you can be a real parent, as opposed to being on the road for 2 to 3 hours every day just getting to work.
That's really helpful with the work-life balance, for sure. And I think that the fact that you guys think about those things when you're creating and improving the district, I think that's huge. Yeah. So then can you tell me, I know you have non-disclosure, I get it. I don't want you to tell any secrets that you're not allowed to tell, but you can tell me off air if you want. Just if you want. Just
okay.
if you want. Okay? I mean,
I get it.
Okay. But I will say, but is there anything that even just as recently came that you've just been excited? And I know that we're going to talk about events, so I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about, is there something that has recently came in the last couple of years? Because I know you guys have had a big boom with individuals moving there. Is that correct?
Oh, yes, absolutely. For residential development, of course.
Residential, has been booming quite significantly.
Yeah.
But is there something that you were just like, man, I was really proud of that we were able to make this happen and give this to the community?
Yeah, I think the Target project, we've been talking to Target for 10 years.
Really?
Yeah. And I mean, when Valley Ranch first started, Target was coming, then they had the data breach and, the company had to kind of reset what they were doing.
Yeah.
So Target has been there. It's been sitting there for years and years. And finally we got them to the finish line and now they're open. So sometimes you just got to have a lot of patience in working with these large retailers because things do happen beyond their control.
Right.
And they have to structurally be able to absorb some of that and then continue to grow and expand. But the Target project, again, folks have been there consistently shopping. It's been a great project. It's not only about Target, but it's the amount of traffic that it drives to our other businesses around Target.
Accurate.
And again, folks want to be close. They want to snuggle up next to where they are just because the additional traffic counts. And it helps their businesses and we all grow together. So again, those things are important for the businesses that are around Target, that are around Academy, that are around those businesses that are there. It helps the surrounding businesses just from the traffic count perspective.
Just that alone, that's huge.
Yep.
And I'm those are the things that get real people excited about. You know what I mean?
Very much so.
Because people get excited when they see new fun things. Okay, one last question, before we get into other stuff, but is favorite restaurant that's out there?
Well, once again, I can't pick a favorite because we've worked with all of them, so I can't go with favorites.
Okay.
But again, I enjoy the broad diversity and variety of food that we have, whether it's new gyro places or whether it's new Italian places or whether it's a new steak place. Again, those are all great opportunities to go and not just have a burger somewhere.
That's true.
That's what we're looking for, is to bring in something that we don't have.
And do you guys have a mix of some fine dining and some quick eats as well?
Of course.
Is there a mix of that?
Yeah,
Okay.
and then there's the fast casual where you walk in and you order and then you sit down and they bring it to your table.
Right.
So a lot of those trends are changing in the restaurant industry.
Very true.
And being able to provide what's necessary for them to make those changes is important.
Right. Right.
And so again, those things are all part of what we talk with our future retailers and future restaurateurs that want to come to our area.
Yeah.
Those things are all very important, that being able to make that transition. And we know people are fickle and they have different moods in the way that they do things. And the shopping patterns are different. The dining patterns are different since COVID. So those businesses have to adopt, and that's a very cutthroat business, whether it's retail and restaurant.
Trust me, I know.
That's the way it works, and it's survival of the fittest.
Yeah.
And we're trying to find those businesses that are financially stable, and that they can survive upturns and downturns, so we don't have a lot of empty spaces available. So that's important.
True. That is very true.
Yeah.
And I think that's really huge, and that's what you're trying to do, is to make it fit. And it literally is a patience. You kind of have to. It's a game of chess a little bit, where it's okay, we make this move. How's this going to affect them? How's this going to affect them? And can we all work together?
Very much so.
All right. So we're going to go back to another commercial break, and then we're going to get into some of the events that we can look forward to.
Sounds very good.
All right.
Okay.
All right, y'all. Keep it locked right here at Party Time with Dom. All right, y'all. We are back with Frank McCready. We've been having a great time talking about all the great things that's happening in East Montgomery and the New Katy area, and Splendora area as well. So we have talked so much about what it takes what it takes for it to all work together. And, what it all works behind the scenes, what's going on. By the way, I think I know his favorite. I just want y'all to know, if you've been staying tuned. So he might have gave some secret. Might have. I don't know. But anyway, we've been talking a lot about what he does at the East Montgomery County Improvement District. And it is quite fascinating what they're capable of doing to make sure it's great for the community, and what they do in thinking about everyone in that community. You know what I mean? You have to be very thoughtful of everything that's going on. And I'm not saying that not all communities do that, but not all of them do the same way.
Correct.
You know, if that's fair. And so, but you have a very, really cool event, which is what really made me want to reach out to you in the first place, because my family goes to this event every year and we have thoroughly enjoyed it. And it is one of my kids' favorite things to do, like very to bring in the holidays, you know? So let's talk about it. What is it called?
Okay, it's called A Holiday to Remember.
I love it. Because it is something to remember, y'all.
It is. It's a cool event.
It is. And again, I say this because I've got kids that are 12 and 8. And that is a really great age for them to really enjoy. And like, that's the one time I don't get a lot of arguing. I don't get a lot like not listening to mom because they don't want to go home. If they don't listen, we go home.
Understand.
So it is amazing to be able to get them to do exactly what I want them to do in order for us to get to the holiday, to a holiday to remember. So tell us about it. When does it start? Like, and again, like, when does it start? When does it end?
Okay, so we're starting up. I'll get my dates here. Yep. So again, we're starting the 15th to the 24th.
Okay.
So it will crank up on Friday.
Yep.
The first component of that makes everyone really excited is the holiday market. So we have a market that's opening. We have about 70 vendors that will sell Christmas and other related products. It's been very successful every year. So that will start Friday from 5 to 9, Saturday 11 to 7, and then Sunday 11 to 8. And then during that time, there's also skating available.
Yes.
So you need to be sure and look at our website to ensure you know the hours. The hours vary from night to night.
They do.
But normally on skating, Friday, this coming Friday, the 15th, will be 5 to 10. Saturday is 11 to 10. And then also we do a midnight skate for the teenagers from 11:30 to 1:30. So you want to get away from mom and dad, you're 17 and over, and just kind of get away from, that crowd and don't have the little kids falling in front of you. If you want to get away, kind of do a teenager thing. So that's 11:30 to 1:30. And then also Sunday, 11 to 8 goes back to normal skate.
Okay.
And then Monday through Thursday, the hours are 3 o'clock to 8 o'clock.
Okay.
And then the next weekend, the 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. So Friday the 22nd is 3 to 10. Saturday is 11 to 10 on the 23rd. And the 24th is Sunday. That'd be 11 to 4. And then we wrap up on the 24th.
On the 24th. Now, where can they get all this information for each, time schedule set? Where
you can go to the website, emctx.com.
TX.com.
And then once again, click on Holiday to Remember, and it will take you to its own landing page, and you can look at the site and gather all that information. Again, it's got an opportunity to come to the market is free. If you just want to walk through and see Santa, it's free.
It's free.
So again, but the paid attractions piece of it is, the skating and the sled and the slide that you come down and all the other stuff are paid attractions. But again, if you just want to come look around, it's a great experience. The lights are amazing.
Yes.
So again, just to have a little family environment that you can do something and see Santa is a great opportunity.
It's really cool. Yeah. So now for those other things, do you pay them like tickets? Is it like one paid ticket price, and then you get to do all the things?
It's all different. If you go to the website, you can then look at all that, and you can kind of pick and choose a buffet of what you want to do. So again, it's all optional on the way that if you go to the website, then you can.
emctx.com.
Correct.
emctx.com. Okay, don't forget that, emctx.com. Are you guys on Facebook or Instagram or anything like that?
We're on everything.
You're on everything.
Yes.
So we can go also and follow to see what else is going on.
If you Google A Holiday to Remember New Caney, it will pop up and will take you to whatever you want to find out about the event.
That's awesome.
So the event includes also there's like a slide that you can come down.
Yeah, you do.
There's a slide with tubes. You can come down and do that event. We have bumper cars back again this year.
Bumper cars back.
You can lose your mind with bumper cars. Yep. And most importantly is the
I just
skating
love to
rink.
hit my kids.
Yep. The skating rink is what's important. But with your kids, again, we want to make sure that they spend enough energy that they go to sleep that night. And guess what? You'll get some sleep.
Thank you.
We will wear them out for you, okay?
Frank, you're talking my language now.
Okay.
Because I'm telling you right now. Because what that equals to me is that we have a good time, and then Mama goes home, and she has a nightcap.
There we go.
Some wine.
That should do it.
And then it's like, today was a good day.
Right. That's right. We want to give you a good day.
Today was an absolute good day.
Very good.
Kids are asleep. Wine. All right. Okay, and that is at the Valley Ranch Town Center.
That's correct.
Is that correct?
Yep.
Okay.
Where the Sam's building used to be.
Yes.
That's where the location is, and you'll see the signage up, and it will point you in the right direction to get there. There's plenty of signage.
Okay. And then parking's okay?
Yep. Parking's free.
Parking's free?
Absolutely.
Okay, that's huge.
Yep.
Because, there's a lot of places you got to pay to park. And so parking's free, Valley Ranch Town Center. Google it, search emctx.com, buy any other tickets that you want for other attractions, but nonetheless, just being there, being part of the scene is free.
Absolutely.
And you can also buy what you want also on site.
Absolutely.
Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, so if you don't do it early enough, you can also do it on site. Okay, but I'm a planner.
Okay, that'll work.
You cannot be a party starter like myself and not plan ahead. I'm
Absolutely.
just being honest.
That's correct. And again, if they have any questions, tell them,
Yes.
feel free to call our office.
Okay.
Our office number is 281
281
354
354
4419.
4419.
Correct. Any questions, feel free to call our office, and we
I
can
love
get you
that.
directed to the right place.
I love that. Like, you guys
Yep.
make yourself so available.
Well, we work for our community, and that's why
Yes.
we're there. And again, we want to provide great opportunities for family entertainment and family opportunities of being together.
I love that.
Yeah.
You never know. You might be the next mayor. I don't know.
I don't think so.
But when you're there for the people, I think that's very important to know. Like, when you've got people who are there for the community. I think if the world ran on just individuals that's not out there for themselves and just was there for the betterment of the community.
That helps a lot. Absolutely.
It makes a much better world, doesn't
Yeah.
it?
Yep.
Okay. But, we don't make the rules. So
That's us.
so that's just who we are. So anyway, I am so excited. I'm so glad that you were here on the show with
Thank
me.
you. Appreciate you having
I hope
me.
you enjoyed yourself and had a good time.
Of course. Absolutely.
We have our own little shenanigans that happens behind the scene. So we're going to go ahead, and I'm just going to do it right now on camera, because we're going to take a little group photo. Y'all can be part of my photo too, y'all. Okay.
There we go.
Get in there. Look, I'm telling y'all, when y'all want to be a party starter on my show, you got to let me know. And when you do, we get photos, just so you know. And we have a good time. So,
You betcha.
But thank you so much, Frank, for being here.
You bet. Happy to do it.
I cannot wait to see, and come to a holiday to remember. Hey, gang, it starts this weekend. But, again, if by the time you do the replay, it's been after that time, don't forget he's got until December 24th. Okay? So make sure you get out there with your family, your friends, hang out. Hopefully you guys get to do all the shopping, because it's going to be a hell of a good time. Okay? So, hey, that's our show. Wrapping it up. This is Dominique, and this is Party Time with Dom on Radio KAIR, and we will be back next week. Bye!